So in this video, we're going to be talking about how a user can update their email with Flutterflow and Supabase. Right, so this came as a request off the back of the user update password video, and somebody asked how do you do the update email. So here we go. It's pretty straightforward, thankfully, so just go through it. This shouldn't take too long. So what we need to do is have a box, a text field for the user to type in an email, and then a button to update it. So what we've got, if you've seen a few of these videos, you've got my terrible user settings interface, and then we go, so if they want to change their email, they just click on the change email text. That will take them to the update email page, and then they type the new email address into the text field, click update. Now the actions we've got on here is pretty straightforward. So built into Flutterflow rather, is the auth update email action. So we don't have to use a custom action for this. If you use that, if you go into backend database and Supabase auth and update email, that does the job. That actually updates the user's email in the auth.users table directly. However, it doesn't do it in the public.users table. So as you've seen on these videos, and I'm sure everybody's the same thing, we've got the auth.users table, which we try not to go into, and then we've got the public.users table, which is where in the public schema where we do all our transactions for retrieving information related to the user, storing it, so for building our apps. Now the update email does not do that, so I've done it as a back-end call. So it's simply just to update the row based on the user ID. So essentially we're updating the email row based on the matching field of the user ID, and then in the table there will be some RLS, so the user can only update their own rows. So as long as the user ID that we're sending matches the authenticated user's ID, it works. So that's all good. So that's the simplistic version, how you do it. Now you can use custom actions if you wish, if you want to do something that's a little bit different to that, I guess. So in the Supabase docs, we've got how to update a user, just the example of an email, and then that's the function that would work for that, and that will update them in the auth table. And in Flutterflow, basically what that would be, so we've got the update password, and this is the one we use using the Superflow client, and then we'd be changing that to email, and that'd be, we'd be passing in new email. We'd be passing in new email, which obviously doesn't exist because we're not passing it yet, but that's the way we'd do it in this instance. Do we want to discard? Yes, we do want to discard that. And essentially what all that would do is take this value passed into the custom action and update the auth schema with the user's new password. User's new email. So if we were doing it like that, we wouldn't be calling that. I'll just put one in here and then delete it again. We're obviously not going to use it. We'd be calling a custom action, and we'd be change email, not change password, and we'd be and then the value would be from the widget state text field email. So that's how you do it. We just want to delete that one now. That's how you do it. This is the simplest way of doing it. Obviously you can do it with custom actions, and that is how you update a user's email in this. The only caveat to all this is the user has to be signed in to do this. So if we go back in here, basically the user needs to be signed in first. So if they've forgot their email, which is a completely different thing, you'd have to do it in the same way you do change password. Now, and then with that, you would go into the URL configuration, and you'd have to do something with phones and one-time passwords, and unless you've got a secondary email address, which you may or may not have, you would have to do, you need the phone number to then be able to send them a SMS with a one-time password link. So there is a couple of ways around it, but that's probably a little bit beyond the scope of what we're doing here. This is purely a simple, this is how you update a user's email when they're logged in. If they're not logged in, obviously it's a much more complicated thing, because that's when you need to go down the route of the SMS or the secondary email. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. It's not particularly complicated. That does work, so hopefully that answered your question, and if it doesn't, or you need anything else, just drop them in the comments.